Welcome back. So, we have a handful of pieces of news, some stuff that I missed on Friday, and some new stuff today. So, let's start from the top. Number one, repairing vehicles from the inside. So, we're approaching the release of the next minor update. What they're bringing is the ability to repair some of the tank from the inside, which will be awesome, especially given what it looks like you're going to be able to repair. Looks like it's going to be all the machine guns, cannon, like traverse, and the turret. And I don't know how much you all play with tanks, but I use them a decent bit. And the issue that I run into all the time with the current version of the game is the gun breach will get blown out, and you'll have to get to a very specific spot on the tank where you're super exposed to fix it. And if you're anywhere else, you're a little bit too far to the left or the right or whatever, then you just can't fix the breach, and it's a pain in the ass. So seeing this is going to be an awesome change, at least to me. I really appreciate it. It's also going to be really nice that when you get hit and it's something like your turret traverse or whatever, you're not going to have to get out and expose your guys just to fix it. So I appreciate that one. So number two, they also announced the new Battle Pass. So in the new Battle Pass, it's going to be starting on May the 15th, and we're getting light machine guns this time, which is going to be awesome, especially because they're all low BR light machine guns. So we're getting the BR2 RPK 1943 for the Soviets, the Core Brems MG 3536 for Germany at BR2, the Hotchkiss 1922 for Japan at BR2, and the Châtellerault M2429 for the USA at BR2. So they look to be interesting. I'll be curious to see how well they compete with the tech tree. For some of these nations, there's not really a whole lot of competition in their low BR machine guns. Take Russia, for example. Like, if this thing is even remotely good, like, if it shoots straight, it's going to be the best. Like, Russian low BR machine guns are terrible. But, like, the Germans have pretty stiff competition. They have the Czech gun that just came down. They have the MG13. They have the Breda, which is okay. It's not great. Um, they have the Ladi Salaranta. They have the premium MG30 squad. Like, you get the idea. There's a lot of good machine gun options at BR2 for Germany. So we'll see how theirs does. Japan, I feel like they're kind of in a similar position to Russia, where if the gun shoots straight and you can get good visibility with the gun, it's probably going to be good. Like, the problem with their current machine guns, one of them has a giant, like, not periscope, like telescope. It's got like a ginormous sight that blocks a ton of your vision on it, and you can't remove it. And the other one has a massive block that loads from stripper clips. So don't get me wrong, the one that loads from stripper clips actually is pretty decent, even though it doesn't look like it should be. But hopefully this is going to be a good machine gun for them. The American one, we'll see, because they do have the Vickers Berthier in both of the Bren guns, and the Bren guns do pretty well. So we'll see. Moving on to vehicles. Now, this is where things get a little bit exciting. There's an IS-2 coming to Russia. Now, it's not the second IS-2. It's the first IS-2. But that's just fine. The second one, you're just getting a slight armor redesign and you're getting an extra machine gun. If you want an IS-2 and you have the crew for it, by all means. This will save you a lot of grinding in your tech tree as long as you have the right crew. As far as all the other ones, though, I think they're kind of. Well, the Japanese one, actually, the Ki 84 Co. is going to be pretty good, but I think the Ki 84 has a separate air crew. But I need to look. I haven't actually unlocked it in game, so I can't remember if if it has its own aircrew or if it shares one with the Key 61 too. If it shares with the Key 61, then that's probably going to be my next Battle Pass vehicle pickup. If it doesn't, then I might skip out on it. But the Panzer IV-J is, I mean, it looks fine, but it's boring to me, and the Dauntless is kind of the same. It looks nice, but ultimately, it doesn't really add anything for me. Moving on from there, there's going to be unique soldiers from the machine gunner class. Here's to hoping that they'll be machine gunner 3s, but they'll probably be machine gunner 2s. And you will also receive a Red Army pilot portrait. So that's all pretty cool. Now, this is the big part right here, cleaning up the BP store. So, with these additions, there are going to be some things that go away. The suppressed Mosins are going away. The suppressed M3 grease gun going away. The Smith & Wesson light rifle going away. The artillery Luger for Germany going away. The Beretta 1918 slash 19 or 1918 slash 30 for Germany is also going away. Now the one that I'm going to miss there the most is the artillery Luger. I might have to throw a gold order at that before it goes away, just because it's a cool pistol. Finally, there are also some vehicles that are going away. The Grant Mark 1 Atlanta, the A2G La France Libérée will be going away. The Panzer IVe Ghost Division, the Focke-Wulf 190 D12, the Stug, and the BF 110 F2. Now, if you don't have a Stug, you might consider picking this up before it goes away, because I'm pretty sure right now this is the only way to get a Stug. I want to say all of the other Stugs are premium. I think. I know there was one in Stalingrad. I just don't know if everybody can get it. But if you don't have a Stug, this is, I think, the only way to get it. And if you don't have the Focke-Wulf 190 D12, that's fine. It is in the tech tree, but it's probably the closest German analog to the or analogy rather to the P47. So it might be worth looking at. It does have a trash elevator though, so just if you do get it, be aware that you need to drop your ordnance from higher to avoid hitting the ground. Other than that, I don't think you're really missing out on much. The A20 looks pretty, but and I actually did just pick it up, but I don't really think the A20 is like a phenomenal aircraft in game. Like it's fun to use, but there are other planes in the American lineup that do its job better. Moving on from there, we have May discounts. So this is from the 26th to May 6th, so we're right in the middle of it. It's a 50% discount on all premium squads for gold. The discount does not apply to the Type 1 HOHA for Japan. And on the Gaijin Net store, there's a 50% discount on all premium squads. It does not apply to the Achilles, the Airsats M10, or the LVT-4. Additionally, premium accounts are on sale. Remember, premium time is by far the biggest bang for your buck in Enlisted, so if you don't have premium time, this is one of those times of year where you really should consider picking it up. You can get an entire year for half off, and it is going to bring you the most value of anything that you can get in Enlisted. Finally, there will be a 50% discount on additional squad slots. So if you've been sleeping on picking up squad slots since the merge, you finally are going to be able to get them for half off. Closing things out, we're going to look at the patch notes for the upcoming update. So starting from the top, the bipods are supposed to be better, more stable. Camera position for the stun's been changed. I'm kind of going to scan through this because I know a lot of this isn't really that important. Additional appearance options for German and Soviet medics. Appearance set for Soviet event engineer on Berlin maps. Unique appearance set for the Fedorov MG squad in each campaign. That's kind of nice. The ability to repair from the inside, distortion effect, yada yada yada. Looks like there's not too much exciting. All of this is UI and graphics. AI commanders will now build rally points in more locations. This is really nice. More rally points is always a good thing. Locations and missions, they've tweaked a bunch of things, as they often do. I'll leave a link to this down below if you want to go through it in more detail. But generally speaking, there's nothing too exciting. Made preparations for future updates. That's interesting. We might expect another update in the not so far off future then. But yeah, I think the highlights are basically the Irma EMP move down, the bipods, and the appearances. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. They're decent changes, but nothing super crazy or substantial. Like they said, it's a minor update. The big thing here are the discounts, especially with the premium time, the upcoming battle pass, and of course repairing things from inside the tank. So, as per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.